Hey guys, welcome to the channel, it's Simon the Watch Guy, and today we're just going to have a real quick video. This is not a new watch. In fact, this is kind of the reason I've not been so active on the channel. And honestly guys, what happened was I went back to the Seiko. I went back to my automatic Seiko and it was great, I love it, I absolutely love the gold SNX G47K1, which I do have on my channel, so please, go back and check that one out. But I took it off overnight one night and it stopped. And it kind of made me realise, actually, I didn't like the thought that if I dropped the watch it could break. Potentially, I have dropped it and it didn't break, but potentially because it's automatic. I really didn't appreciate the fact, it can stop. Okay, if you keep it on your wrist, it doesn't. But at the end of the day, I got watching a TGV video. Now, TGV, as you may know, he's just been picked up by the Watchbox, I think they're called. They sell upmarket luxury watches well out of my price range. But I decided to go back and look at the archives, look at some of TGV's reviews. Now, if you have time yourself, I'm going to keep this video really short. Go back and check out TGV's video on the DW5600. Now, that Casio it's a G-Shock, it doesn't have solar power, so it's a little bit like this one that I'm holding right now. This is the GW M5610 1ER, I think it is. Just type in Casio 5610 and you'll be able to find this no problem. Now this is based on I think it's the 1982 Casio, a very similar look. I have reviewed this one in the past, so go check this one out. But it made me just appreciate the G-Shock range that much more. And I've worn this on my wrist. In fact, the reason I'm recording this here right now, I've just got back from a gym workout and, I had this on. I actually worn this watch. And as you can see, it's got the module 3159, which is a really reliable, trusty module. This is the GW M5610, I was correct. And water resistant there, 200 meters. These are made in Thailand. It's got the shock absorbing structure. It's got the nicer case back. There are some variations of this where it's got a really ugly looking case back, in my opinion. It's not to my taste, but this particular case back, it's got nice curves and grooves sort of here, and it just looks the business, I think. Now it is a resin case, but that's great because if you drop it, it's fine. And also if you drop it, what I like about it, because the back is so curved, if you do happen to drop it like this way, what generally happens is the strap takes a lot of the impact. So when it takes the impact, the watch then just, tilts backwards for wherever it tilts. So it takes less impact on this anyway. So even if you drop it and it lands case down, even face down, if it lands face down, let me just prove a point real quick. Have we got a piece of paper? Let me just have a look. What have we got here? Bear with me. So, let me just show you something real quick. So, if you get a piece of paper and you put the paper along the top of the screen here, you can see that the paper never ever, there's a slight gap. The paper never touches the actual screen, because if you can just make out, because the screen is a little bit depressed into the watch face here, what takes most of the impact again is this protruded face. You've got the buttons which are depressed as well, so you can't really accidentally knock them, and you don't want to, especially if you're underwater, for example. There is a little bit of debate about whether you should press them underwater. I think Casio's official line is you probably shouldn't, but a lot of people said they have and it's been fine. So at the end of the day, if I was 200 meters underwater and I needed to check my oxygen tank and I had this on, I would absolutely be pressing the button, even at the risk of breaking it. But these are such trustworthy, reliable watches. I imagine it would probably work. Anyway, you've got the automatic atomic time. Sorry, you've got the atomic time. So every day, if you just press this button here, you get the time there. As I say, if you want to check out a full review of the video, go and check out the one I have put up a while back, and I'll go through all the features in that video for you. Now, that being said, again, it's kind of, is it an Exit watch? I'm not sure, because it's not the most dressy piece in the world, but I wear this every day to work now, and I've actually had a couple of compliments saying, oh, G-Shock, you know, we like them. And it's really nice. Even if people didn't like it, I would still wear this. But when people recognise, you know, Casio, they've done a lot for the watch industry, and this has got such a rich history behind G-Shock. And with eBay or eBay, like the Japanese creator of the G-Shock range. So I probably will finish out the collection, and that will probably be the end of the channel. I'm probably going to pick up myself the 5600, purely because it's been certified in space, and I just think that's really cool. And I think, to be perfectly honest, that will probably be the end of the channel. I kind of set out with this channel with the idea of wearing, you know, several watches, making a channel out of it, and you know, in some videos I got maybe 6, 7, 8,000 views for some of the automatic Seikos. Obviously there's no partnership there. I bought it out of my own money, so there's no way I can, you know, get more of these watches without spending hundreds, if not thousands more. So yeah, just a thank you for everyone who's subscribed. A thank you for everyone who's ever made a comment or viewed the video and made the channel what it was. Again, I probably in the next few months will be coming out with a final video of the DW 5600, and then after that, you know, I'm happy with my collection, and I'm just going to go back to reviewing, not to reviewing, I'm going to go back to just being a bystander, just a viewer, and just watching, you know, some of the other best watch guys on YouTube. Okay, so with that being said, thank you for watching, and again, thank you for coming along with me on the journey. And it looks, at this point in time, I mean, it could always change, it has changed in the past, but it looks as if the Casio G-Shock might just be the Exit watch I've always wanted, and I had it all along. Thanks guys, okay, ciao.